Now, let's get ready to configure the config.toml in the container D as it is written over here. So what do we need to do is that first go into the Linux terminal of each node and see whether these files are existing or not. Etc container D config.toml ls etc oops etc container. Wait a minute. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. It is not existing, so we do need to make the folder as well as install this. Okay, one more thing. This config.toml is only going to come when we are going to define it, right? So this is the one. Let's make the first folder on all the three nodes. Okay, then let's let the config.toml know that we are using systemd to run the containerd services. Now it has come and it is installed containerd, sorry, config.toml in the containerd service, right? Let's do it for every node. Okay, now since config.toml is here, I'm gonna see whether what it is trying to see over here. Let's say over here, config.toml. So what it is trying to say over here, we need to make sure that in this place, systemcd group is true. Okay. Dot run c dot options. Let's search it. Run c dot options. You can see over here there is no system cd group only. So either it is there and we need to make it true, or we need to add this particular thing over there. So what I'm gonna do is come out of it, and if in either of your case, if it is there then also it is good, and if it is not there then also you use the sed command to replace the system DC group, or you fill the gap or fill the system DC group with the true value. So yeah, good, that's it. Give this command and it will add the system DC group onto the config.toml as true value. After this, we are gonna restart the container D. Let me give this command to all of the nodes. And let me check this is up and running. Okay, let me give it by one. Okay, I'm getting confused over here whether sometimes it is really giving this or not. Restart and then status, whether it is running or not. Yeah, it is running active and it has been enabled after every reboot. Let's give it to worker 2. Yeah, it is running. Yep, all good. Now the next steps are pretty much clear. Systemd is established as a C group driver. Now, okay, I think we have already restarted our container D. Sorry, where it is. Yeah, and yeah, this is for the sandbox image. I didn't need to use this. new container config, you can override the sandbox by setting the following config. So you can do this if you are having a sandbox image in the dev environment or anything that you're trying to set up. Okay, this is for CRIO, not needed. We are already using container D, Docker engine, not needed. Mirantis container runtime. So you can use this also, but I haven't used this one. Okay, Mirantis, I would have to see over it how it impacts, and what are the users and applications of using this container runtime over the container D. Okay, we have finally installed container D, runc and CNI plugins. Now what we need to do, we need to go back into this installing the container runtime. Now we need to install kubeadm, kubelet and kubectl on all three nodes, right? So now here you can read the docs. I have already read it and understood it. What we need to do, nothing. Just follow all of these commands in a Debian based distributions and execute one by one. As this is what I have written in my notes as well. You can follow, debug and get all the things that is needed over here. Okay. I'm not going to explain it. You can search over the internet. There are already very good established tutors, educators on YouTube as well, where you can go and see for yourself. Yeah. Hmm. This one is done, worker one. On this one, so basically it is updating and it is installing following transport, HTTPS, CS certificates and curl and GPG. Okay, if you want to understand, you can go, and there is not much to understand over here. These are the basic knowledge that everybody understands as a Linux admin or even as an L3 support guys. We all are adapting here now, right? So pretty much this is straightforward. Okay, installing kubeadm, kubectl and kubelet. And then let's install this. Let's see, it gets installed without any hiccups. Yep, got it in no worker node 1. Yep, got it. No, while running I don't want to mess things up. Yep, so yeah, it has been installed in everywhere, and I am gonna enable the kubelet. Okay, in all three. Now all of these is configured, and we are at the end, but we need to run the kubeadm in it so that you know okay, there was something like this, right? Configure a C group driver so that container.d is something like that. Did I forget something? Remind me if you guys know this, because I know this is critical phase while using CRICTL. We need to do something like containerd.sock. Anyway, let me see. I'm not able to again remind this why it is there. It does not exist. Is there any reason for it? Oh, okay. I don't need to set this up for now. Let's go beyond this step. For what I pretty much configured. Let me go back onto this, but yep. So let's go on to this and initialize our kubeadm. Okay. So we have to take this command, or you can now go into this one. Okay. What's next? Use kubeadm to create a cluster. Let's open this, and here you have to do nothing but just As per this, you have to initialize control plane. Oops, wait a minute. Now remember this one, guys. This is very important. Your pod network CIDR as well as your private IP address of the master node needs to be taken care of. Okay, don't forget this. I have to edit it. Take the private IP from my EC2 instance of the master node. Right now, I will push this command. I'm just being hopeful that it runs successfully. And this command, you just need to give it onto the master node. Okay, this is going to generate a series of commands. One will be the kubeadm join also, which then after installing network plugins like Calico or Flannel, then you will be establishing kubeadm join to your worker nodes. This will take some time. Meanwhile, we can spend some time, or you can take a break. Okay, so it has successfully deployed everything. So at last, you are seeing over here, okay, in your control plane, you will see over these things, okay. You need to copy paste and run these commands. One more thing you have to do, and that is you should be very, very careful with this command. You need to give this command where in your worker nodes to join this into it. But there is a very big but. Before joining your worker nodes, you need to have Calico or Flannel installed as a service policy, or no, sorry, network policy, or your network plugins. Okay, so I'm gonna take this command, and for now, okay, for now, I will just paste it here, right? Right. Okay. Okay, yeah, you can also reprint this command by this by giving this kubeadm token create dash dash print join command. Yep. So the next procedure is simple: install Calico or Flannel or master node. One thing, as I have told you before, that go through the documents when you are going through the installing. Let's close these tabs. We have already used and understood this. So yeah, let's go and yeah, let's install. So as a, my basic policy is that I prefer Calico more than Flannel. Okay, Calico is much more pronounced, and it's a better network configuration to communicate with the pods, as well as configuring the services, network policies, everything. With Flannel, there is something I don't want, but yeah, let's go beyond that, and I don't want to care about it. Sorry, with the Flannel, you need to change your pod, okay, accordingly to the VPC subnet. You can deploy directly, but I won't recommend you. But with the Calico, I will tell you install Calico on Kubernetes cluster. You just go on Calico, and you see these are the commands. You just copy paste these commands on the master node, and Calico will be ready to roll. Okay, there is no problem to configure pod or YAML or anything like that. But yeah, let's go with the, I am going with the Flannel right now. But on my personally color cluster, if you want, I will show it to you. But on my on premises cluster, I installed Calico. Calico is much better than Flannel. Yeah. So yeah, I have noted down some steps over here. So I need to download first the manifest file in the master node. For that, I have taken this command, the same one command, curl dash lo. Let me give it over here, download it. Now, in this Calico, okay, when you have downloaded this file, there is a, and it has written over here also, okay. If you want, you can, where is that? Yeah. If you use custom pod CIDR and not this one particularly, so what is my custom pod CIDR? You need to be very, very specific on that. Pod CIDR, my custom pod CIDR is same as the one that I have written it in KubeADM while initializing it. What is that? This one, 192.168.0.0/16. Do you get that? Yeah. So we need to change this. Okay. And how am I going to change it? By going into that. See the step by step. We need to take this, and in here I have to search for which search netconfig.json and replace with this, right? Netconfig.json I have to search. CNI config, this one, right? This is the one, and I need to replace this with 192.168. Press I, 168, 192. Oh, sorry, 192. Escape WQ. It is saved. Now, so okay, guys, here I am back. So there was a connection refusal request I received on port 800. So a bit of, okay, update I have here, and the update is I made port 8080 to be available on control plane SG, okay, so that it can interact with the Flannel network configuration or network policy, because it was making open API, yeah, open API request to those ports 8080. Okay, so this one is control plane, and yeah, that's it. You can see over here, you can add this by yourself, going to the security group, and it is already attached. Okay, so rest everything is same, and all are going to be that only. So yeah, let me, I was on that, where I was, uh, where is my notes? Yeah, so I made the change with the same pod network CIDR. Now I have to apply this, right? Okay, sorry, I deployed it. Let's watch it. Kubectl get pods dash A. So see, all of my control node, master node control plane, that is Kubernetes components, etcd, kube API server, controller, okay, proxy, scheduler are running along with this kube flannel as well as core DNS. Okay, they are fully functional and up and running. Now, what do I need to do? I told you already that we need to attach. This flannel is running. We need to attach worker node to the control control node. So there was one command which I need to recreate using this. Okay, this sudo k after kube ADM in it, there was a command being generated, and I need to recreate this command. Let me give sudo command. Otherwise, it will ask for the user permission denied error. And this is the command. All right, let's give it over here. Okay, it has joined. Let's give it over here too. Let me see cube. Okay, it has successfully joined to the master node, and now let me try get nodes. Again an error. Okay, let me debug this somehow. Okay, let me try this. Sometimes the okay. Oh, sometimes it is the TLS security that we need to worry upon, and let me go and configure it with the master IP, and we can find it our private IP address from here. Oh man, what the fuck? Don't worry, by the time you will be reading and this IM user will be long gone. Hmm. All right, let's see. Oh man. Again. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Right. Jupyter get nodes. Now we can see over here that we our Kubernetes cluster has been successfully set up, right? But there is one more thing we need to do, and that we need to deploy somehow Nginx. Now, after this, you can take the help of ChatGPT or Gemini AI to get the YAML file of Nginx deployment and service. Okay, let me also show it to you. I wanted to watch one thing that is not this one. Sorry. What was this? Get pause dash A. No, get SVC. Right, services. Hmm. Is it in the dash N cube flannel? Nope. What was that, man? Okay, let us get pods dash A. The detail and of all the name. Yeah, these all three are running. Yeah, that's the good news, man. We all get happy. You don't have any idea, man, how much I have struggled in to get you all to this. And I will always emphasize on this topic that you need to go through the resources on the Kubernetes official documentation, Calico, Flannel, and Stack Overflow if you are going to debug. ChatGPT, I have tried many times, a lot of times, but it has failed to give me any good response to debug. Especially ChatGPT is the worst of all to debug large amount of ports or anything that is happening within the socket or port exchange or network configuration of your broad systems or on the job or on the project you are running. So yeah,